This is my review of Transformers Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Starscream. He's an F-22 fighter jet again, with the tattoos on the jet. As you can see, he has a landing gear on the front and two on the rear section of the jet. Another interesting thing is that they incorporated the thrusters into the toy, which I think is really nice. And they have, if you look closely in the front of the jet, there is a seat within the cockpit. As you can see, they have they actually minimized the kibble that they did on this toy, which is really nice, and it looks really streamlined. It's a really nice jet, and I really like it. Alright, I'm going to transform him now. First, you want to flip up the landing gears. Then you want to fold the tail fins onto the jet, and then flip that whole section on top of the jet. Then you want to flip the rear section of the jet down with the thrusters. Then you want to flip the jet around and straighten out the legs. Flip the feet up. And an interesting thing is the landing gears become the heel, which is really nice because it makes them really stable. Then you want to turn it around, flip these sections of the jet up so then they're hovering over the rest of the jet. Pull the arms out like that, and this can be a little tricky. Just kind of get this assembly out of the way and pull the arms out. So then you should have them like this. You can straighten out the arms right here if you want. Then open this panel. It reveals the head. Flip this section down and pull the nose of the jet into that slot right there and push that panel back up. Now you have it like this. Flip out the hands. You can adjust the arms right now if you want. Just a ball joint. Turn the figure around. Now you want to flip these sections out right here. And then just rotate these until, well, they'll stop moving. And then you want to peg this on back of those panels you just moved. And then you're done. Straighten out the arms. I really like this mode. He's really solid. None of the pieces move on him, so he won't come apart when he's transformed properly. He comes with a gun that you could use. It plugs. You can't put it into his hand. You have to plug it on his forearm, I guess. Doesn't look like a gun at all. Looks kind of silly in my opinion. And he also comes with this little blade that you could put on his forearm. So then he has like a knife, but these combine and they make a really retarded knife thing, bladed weapon. So what you want to do is just, it can be a little tricky. And then it snaps in very nicely, as you can see. It is really big. too big in my opinion. And you can also hold it in those little, the hole on his forearm, there's a hole in a peg. I don't like it, so I usually don't display him with it. I also forgot to show that these can split apart and store underneath him in jet mode. We're going to put those off to the side. He's a lot of gray plastic. It's more of a darker gray. It looks quite nice actually. And he has some lighter gray on the feet, the crotch area, forearms, shoulders, basically all over. And he also has some of those tattoos in jet mode that he has right here. He has this brownish copper, I guess, on his waist, some on his head, and his heels. He's a really nice figure, and I suggest you pick him up. He's really solid. For articulation, his shoulders are on ball joints. He can bend at the elbow, and then another point at the elbow, he's on a ball joint, and his wrist can go in and out. His head can go 360 degrees. No waist articulation. His hips are on ball joints. He can bend at 2 points at the knee, and his feet can go up and down, or just down. Now we're going to transform him back. I want to untab this, and while doing that, pull these sections out and flip these panels that form the chest onto these panels. Then you want to fold the hands in, pull the crotch piece down, and flip the whole front section of the jet. Flip this panel to cover his head. You can flip the crotch piece back up. Then you want to put the shoulder, make sure the shoulders are touching this gray piece right here, and then you just want to fold that up. This is my best way of transforming him back so these shoulder pieces don't pop off. Then you want to flip these pieces to form the other front of the jet. And then fold the forearms onto the shoulders and peg them in. There's 2 pegs, or a hole in a peg for the forearms to peg into. Then you want to come back, fold the legs back in to form where the thrusters were. You can put the wings back, just slide them down. Fold the feet so they're straight, so the leg is straight. Then fold them onto the leg, like so. Then flip this panel down, peg it into the legs, and then fold the tail fins up. And you just want to pull the landing gears out. And there's the jet. I'll display him with these guns. They just peg into the bottom. and as you can see, it looks pretty dumb, but there is weapon storage. I really like this toy. He's a good deluxe, and he represents Starscream very well. Well, this has been my review of Transformers Deluxe Class, Dark the Moon, and Starscream. Thank you for watching.